And we are back on the franchise for Season 2, and this Week 1 matchup against the Miami Dolphins should really give us a chance to get the season off to a good start because the Dolphins didn't really do much to address their offseason needs outside of selecting Joe Burrow with the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft, who, by the way, isn't going to get the start today. The Dolphins are going with Josh Rosen at quarterback. But as for the Jets, we get to take our first look at this brand new offensive line. A pretty significant investment was made in the O-line in the offseason, and we should be able to tell pretty early in this one whether or not it was worth it. Another storyline to keep an eye on is rookie phenom Jerry Jeudy, who was taken at the number 4 overall slot, and I'm really excited to see what this kid can do because he's got tons of talent. Now as we get into it, we go with the ground attack on the first play to Le'Veon Bell off the left side, and he's going to pick up 11 yards on the first carry. Next play on 1st and 10, Darnold drops back and checks it down to Le'Veon Bell, who makes the grab underneath for a 5-yard pickup. Next play on 2nd and 5, the RPO to Jerry Jeudy, who makes the grab and moves the chains up to the 46. Staying with the ground attack, Le'Veon Bell breaks it off the left side and picks up another first down, and this will move us up to the 34. Bell then gets it on the toss, finds a hole, and carries it for a gain of 6 before being brought down. 2nd and 4 now. Corey Grant gets his first carry off the left side, turning on the speed, and he takes it all the way down to the 2-yard line. And that's exactly why we brought Grant back in for this season, because that speed is on a different level altogether. So now we got 1st and goal from the 2. Darnold snaps it out of the gun and fires into the end zone and is caught by Dante Moncrief. And he's another new acquisition that might be worth keeping an eye on because I'm expecting big things out of him this season. But as we take our first look at the defense this year on 2nd and 11, Rosen drops back and completes a pass across the middle of the field, and that'll be enough to move the chains up to the 35. On 1st and 10, Kenyon Drake takes the handoff and runs right into Williams, and that'll knock him back a yard to bring up 2nd and 11. But Rosen's looking to pass on 2nd down and completes it to Kenny Stills downfield, and that'll move him down to the 43-yard line. Rosen then lines up in the gun 3-wide set, takes a snap, hands it off to Drake, and he'll be stuffed in the backfield by Ja'Kai Polite for a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 now. Rosen snaps it out of the gun, looking for Stills underneath. The pass is incomplete, but there is a holding penalty on the play, and that'll back Miami up even further. So now they're facing a 2nd and 23. Kenyon Drake gets the handoff up the middle, and he's going to get brought down by Avery Williamson, bringing up 3rd and 18 now. The Jets only send 3, dropping everyone back in coverage, but the pass is still completed to Kenny Stills for the first down. That'll move the Dolphins in the Jets territory at the 31. On 1st and 10, the handoff goes to Drake, but he's hit by Jamal Adams and fumbles the ball. And somehow he's able to come up with his own fumble, so credit him with the forced fumble and recovery on the same play. So the Jets offense takes the field after putting up 7 points in their opening drive. Sam Darnold out of a clean pocket finds Jerry Jeudy wide open in the middle of the field, and he'll take it down to the 41. That was a nice pickup from the rookie out of Alabama. The next play on 1st and 10, Rosen drops back and finds Jeudy on the comeback route, and this Jets offense is rolling here in the first quarter. The next play on 1st and 10, the handoff goes to Le'Veon Bell up the middle. He jukes a defender, and he'll pick up about 12 or 13 on the play, setting up 1st and 10. Darnold then lines up in the gun out of a 5-wide set, drops back, and finds Herndon wide open down the seam for the touchdown. Now, I know it's still early, but it looks like the offseason moves are paying off big for this offense because through one quarter, Sam Darnold went 7 for 7 with 2 touchdowns and really hasn't been touched by the Dolphins' pass rush, so I guess it's safe to say that the moves have been paying off so far. But as we get back on defense, the Dolphins look to run the ball, and they go pretty much nowhere with it, bringing up 1st and 10 from the 32. Rosen then goes with the play fake, taking a shot into the end zone, and is picked off by Jamal Adams. So now you can add an interception along with the forced fumble and recovery to his stat sheet, because as his celebration will show you right here, Adams really showed up to ball today. Look at this. He's in perfect position, and he's tracking the ball the entire time, and then he goes up and snatches the touchdown away from Parker. That was a nice play. But we go 3 and out, give it right back to Miami. Rosen connects with a receiver downfield. I think that's his tight end. Actually, that's Eric Ebron, a guy that rejected a pretty fair offer from the Jets in free agency in order to come down and play with Josh Rosen down in Miami. But anyways, as we get back to the Dolphins' next drive, the check down goes to Kenyon Drake at the 40-yard line, and that'll set up 2nd and 6. They then try to set up the screen pass to Kenny Stills, but the Jets defense is all over that. And then we dial up the blitz on 3rd down, sending CJ Mosley, and it gets home. That makes his first sack on the season, and he's a guy that's not really known for putting up big sack numbers, but if he's getting to the quarterback like that, we might have to blitz him a little bit more. But later on our next drive on 3rd and 10, Darnold is picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he's going to take this all the way to the house as the Dolphins are finally able to put points on the board just before halftime. The Dolphins receive it first and look to start their drive here in the third quarter. Kenyon Drake gets the carry and is met immediately by CJ Mosley for a 2-yard gain. Next play on 2nd and 8. The pocket collapses and Rosen is going to be sacked by Quinnen Williams on the play. That'll knock him back to a 3rd and 15 from the 22, and Rosen just checks it down to Ebron on the play, and that'll force a 3 and out as our defense gets off the field. Getting into our next drive on offense, Bell gets the carry and runs right into a wall of Dolphins defenders for a 2-yard gain, bringing up 2nd and 8. Darnold drops back in a 5-wide set and finds Jerry Jeudy across the middle of the field, who somehow hangs on through the contact, and that'll move the chains up to the 46. Next play on 1st and 10, Bell gets the carry off the right side looking for running room, but there is none, and now we've got to try to make up that yardage on 2nd and 10, but Darnold's pass is batted down incomplete, and now we've got a 3rd and long situation. Darnold then takes a snap out of the gun, looking to set up the screenplay to Grant, but the pass is incomplete, so give credit to the Dolphins defense there for forcing the 3 and out. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned it during the draft video, but I drafted a punter with my 6th or 7th round pick, and look at that punt. The ball just bounces once and dies at the 1-yard line. It really doesn't get any better than that. So now we've got Miami backed up in their own end zone. They hand the ball off to Drake, and that's almost a safety. He ends up losing a yard, and I'm kind of confused on that because if you lose a yard at the 1, it should put you on the goal line, which means the ball breaks the plane, but I digress as the Dolphins have it 2nd and 11 at the 1-yard line. This time, Jamal Adams flies in there and makes sure it is a safety. So now after the safety, we got a chance to pull away here as Grant gets the handoff off the left side, and he'll get tackled after about a gain of 12 or 13 on the play, bringing up 1st and 10. Darnold then takes the snap out of the gun, looking for a receiver across the middle is Moncrief, but he can't hang on to it. That brings up 2nd and 10 now. Darnold then fires quick to Chris Herndon, who makes the grab down the seam, moving the Jets deeper in the Dolphins' territory here on 1st and 10. Darnold then rifles one quick into Jerry Jeudy, who makes the grab, and now the Jets are at the 25 on 1st and 10. Le'Veon gets involved on the drive and takes it up to the 18-yard line, bringing up 2nd and 3. Out of a 3-wide set, Darnold snaps it out of the gun, hands it to Bell. He spins off the tackler and runs over another defender down to the 7-yard line. What a run by Le'Veon. So now we've got a chance to punch it in on 1st and goal. Bell gets the handoff up the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 1-yard line, bringing up 2nd and goal. We then give it right back to Bell on the next play, and he's met by a wall of Dolphins defenders and actually loses a couple of yards on the play, which brings up this 3rd and goal. We try to set up the screenplay to Anunwa, and nothing is working today in the red zone, so we have to settle for a field goal. The kick is up and good, and we take a 19-7 lead here late in the 3rd quarter. On the Dolphins' next drive, Rosen comes out going with the play-action fake. With time in the pocket, looks downfield, and the pass is broken up by Avery Williamson. That brings up 2nd and 10 now. Drake then gets the carry off the left side, and he'll be brought down after a gain of 8, bringing up 3rd and 2. Rosen then takes the snap under center and fires quick to Kenny Stills, and he is lit up by the entire Jets defense. Did you guys see that play? As soon as Stills gets his hands on the ball, there's 3 players from the secondary ready to make the tackle, and they all deliver the kill shot. Somebody better check on that man and make sure he's alright, because I'm pretty sure he'd be in the concussion protocol right about now. But anyways, as we get into our first 4th quarter drive, Chris Herndon makes a nice grab across the middle, taking us up to the 38. We then go with the end around to Dante Moncrief. He jukes a DB and takes it past midfield before finally being brought down at the 44-yard line. The next play is a handoff to Le'Veon Bell, and look at that huge running lane. The offensive line is definitely putting in work today. But the running play to Bell is going to set us up with 1st and 10 at the 29. Darnold takes the snap out of the gun, looking downfield, trying to stay aggressive, and finds Jerry Jeudy wide open near the sideline. And with that catch, Jeudy has just eclipsed the 100-yard receiving mark for the day, which gives us 1st and goal from the 6. Darnold then takes the snap under center, and after a 7-step drop, finds Chris Herndon on the drag route, but that play goes for no gain. So then on 2nd and goal, Le'Veon Bell gets the carry up the middle, and he'll get brought down at the 1-yard line. So facing a 3rd and goal, Darnold hands it off to Bell, and he gets stuffed behind the line, and we're going to have to settle for 3 on the drive. The kick is up and right through the uprights, and we extend the lead 22-7 in the 4th quarter. The Dolphins take the field for the next drive, playing for a sense of pride as Rosen drops back and completes a pass to Parker, cutting across the middle at the 28-yard line. The next play on 1st and 10, Rosen out of the gun unloads a pass that's caught by Ebron for maybe a 4 or 5 yard pickup. Next play on 2nd down, Rosen connects with Rashard in the flat, and he's going to move the chains down to the 17. The Dolphins have found some rhythm here late in the fourth quarter. Drake gets the carry on the next play, and he's going to pick up the first down and some. That'll give Miami a 1st and goal from the 5. Rosen then drops back out of the gun, trying to buy time in the pocket, and delivers a pass to a wide open receiver in the end zone, but it came a little too late as the final score in this one is 22-14. And we definitely have some balance on offense. Check that out, 168 yards rushing to 190 yards passing. I'll take that kind of production every single week. As for the stats, Sam Darnold was comfortable and efficient in the pocket, completing 18 out of 24 passes for $195 and 2 touchdowns. He did throw that interception, but other than that, that's a really good day. And welcome back Le'Veon Bell. He had 23 carries for 109 yards, averaging 4.7 yards a carry. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get him in the end zone. We definitely tried to though, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. And then check out Jerry Jeudy, 7 catches for 104 yards, no touchdowns on the day, but I'm sure those have come. And then there's the 14.8 yards per catch average. That's also pretty impressive. I know it's only been one game, but I think this kid is the real deal. I can't wait to see what the rest of the season holds for him, because the sky could be the limit. Anyways, folks, that's all the time I've got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.